Robbie just needs a little space. Let's get started. We don't have much on this saber-tooth guy, but we know he's incredibly dangerous. He's also somewhat predictable.
In what way?
When it comes to a fight, he's extremely aggressive. Our ideas take advantage of that.
What have you cooked up?
The initial prototype uses a tailored pheromone to keep him away. It provokes an intense revulsion we hope will blunt his attacks.
Like a foul scent used to keep animals at bay?
Well put. Our other prototype is... well, we kept it simple. It's part sedative and part itching powder.
To trip him up with a thorn in his paw.
A very distracting thorn at that. Thanks for getting me those components. We're good to go. Time to... Tony, what's up?
I think your gearhead pal is still wound up.
Okay. Hunter, give me a minute. I want to make sure Robbie's okay.
Take your time. I'll assemble the prototype for the Hunter.
Oh, I'd prefer to hold off. There are some details I want to go over before we begin.
Oh, come on. You've managed so far. How hard can it be for me?
Sure, fine.
Before we get started, I've noticed Parker takes twice as long to finish these prototypes than he should. I have some ideas.
Give me a minute.
You know what? Don't worry about it. I can handle this myself.
Okay.
Sit back and watch the master at work. What? You looking for a round two? I don't want to butt heads, but to quote a frenemy, I can do this all day.
Tony, I don't want to fight you. You were my hero growing up.
Kids do love Iron Man.
Not Iron Man. You, Tony. The man who could fix any problem with technology.
What do you want, Robbie?
10 years ago, you bought the Salazar steel plant, then shut it down. Do you remember what you said at the press conference? When you announced the Stark Technology Center?
Something witty?
You said, I'm here to make progress. If you aren't, you should get out of my way. Tony, you put half the families in my neighborhood out of work. And for what? You never even broke ground on that technology center.
I don't even remember this.
3 years later, most of the families who you put out of work had moved away. Follow the jobs, you know? The rest of us weren't so lucky. That's when things got real bad. But those families had it right. You need to know when it's time to move on. So good luck with shop class. I hope it's all the progress you want it to be.
You too, Parker?
Yeah, Tony. If I could manage it, how hard can it be for you?
Damn it. What just happened?
I guess you are in charge now.
I didn't want this.
That is not what I saw.
I can fix this.
Maybe, but not tonight.
Hey, you mind checking in with Eddie? Whatever happened with Mephisto has him especially bummed.
Why not talk to him yourself?
Because I want him to cheer up?
Of course. I will speak with him.
Thanks. Oh, and don't tell him I asked. Wouldn't want to spoil his mood any further.
Mephisto is a force of pure malevolence.
You seem frustrated. If you need to vent, I could hold the punching bag while you hit it.
Nah, I can't take everything out on Peter.
That is not what I...
Yeah, I know what you meant. Sorry, Hunter. Didn't mean to bite your head off. Honestly, I feel like I'm the one who's getting used as a punching bag right now.
Mephisto is getting to you?
Ha, for starters. Don't forget about Lilith. And with these vampires, feels like everyone's forming a line.
That is a lot.
Your mother controlled me. She took away my free will. Now Mephisto has me under his thumb. I'm tired of being someone's puppet.
You are angry, and you should be. Channel it. Use it to fuel the battles ahead.
Yeah, I got no shortage of fuel, so don't worry. But I get your point. My symbiote is a great companion, but makes it hard for me to think straight when I get worked up. You know, I always thought of myself as the lethal protector. I can be the bad guy if it means protecting the innocent, but Mephisto has me all twisted up. It makes me think I can't even do that.
Sounds like the only thing left to do is teach Mephisto not to mess with the Midnight Suns.
Huh. All right. I can get on board with that. You know, I was actually thinking about that already. You ever heard of the legendary Spear of Perseus? No, not the fabled hero who beheaded Medusa, but the real-life Macedonian king. A book in the library says he possessed a god-forged spear that made him invincible. Something like that might kill Mephisto.
Something about this legend does not add up. How does a real-life Macedonian king forge a weapon on Mount Olympus?
No idea. How does Thor become an Avenger? Weird stuff happens, Hunter.
You really believe a blade like this still exists?
Well, yeah, it's indestructible. It's gotta be somewhere.
Eddie, are you sure this is an actual workable solution to our Mephisto problem, or is it just the first quick fix you could find?
Hey, I'm not looking for a shortcut here. I spent hours researching the spear. On the internet. But, okay, I see what you're getting at. I'm taking the screwball approach to things like I always do. But still, I have to do something. Give me some time to think.
Doctor, are you familiar with the Spear of Perseus?
Hunter, please, I'm getting a bit old for children's fables, don't you think?
Okay, so it is just a story? The spear isn't a real magical artifact?
No, far from it. In fact, the Spear of Perseus is really a misnomer.
What do you mean?
Well, the Spear of Perseus isn't a physical blade, it's a military tactic. Perseus used to arrange his soldiers into a spear-like formation on the battlefield. That ridiculous legend about a supernatural weapon came centuries later.
I see. I just talked to Eddie, and he is convinced the spear is real. He hopes to hunt it down to use it against Mephisto.
Oh, by the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I hope he enjoys chasing wild geese, because that is what he is about to do.
Doctor, knowing Eddie, I worry he might find something that he believes is actually magical.
Whatever he finds is all but guaranteed to be a chintzy replica, likely ripped from a museum gift shop.
I am sure Mephisto will enjoy using it as a back-scratcher.
Indeed. Let's hope Eddie gets bored with this tale before that happens. Ah, Hunter, good to see you.
This new breed is the vampires. Their taste is a pale imitation.
You talked to Eddie? How's he doing?
Encounters with wild animals go smoother.
Sounds about right. Eddie has more in common with a honey badger than he'd like to admit.
He needs time to recover, but it seems he will be all right.
Sure, but how do I put this delicately? I'm concerned his emotions will get the better of him.
How so?
Well, Eddie was always an emotional tornado, but the symbiote doesn't help. It feeds off his emotions, enhances them.
Eddie's feelings are not his own?
Oh, they are, but they're amplified, sometimes to a dangerous degree. Take it from me, the symbiote can really wind your gears.
Eddie will have an easier time taming his impulses if he feels like part of the team.
You're right about that. I hope the rest of the team can be patient with him while he adjusts. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him. If he stops acting like the Eddie I know, you'll be the first to hear it.
Never had the devil jump me before. Talk about nightmare fuel. Anything else on your mind?
Thanks, Carol.
Catch you later.
Is Eddie doing okay? Maybe he'd feel better if we let him pick at the next movie night?
Where are we going?
We are just hanging out. You know, for fun.
You must be growing quite fond of my company to want to spend your precious downtime with me.
You're growing on me.
I hope you mean that well, and not like an ingrown hair on a goblin toe.
Maybe I don't think you totally suck, okay?
You do not?
But before you use the F word, there are some very important ground rules. No braiding each other's hair. Actually, no touching each other's hair. No sharing food, and if you're thinking about nicknames, don't. Clear?
Nicknames are not a favorite of mine either, although they do have a benefit. They are an efficient way to identify if it is really you or if you are possessed by a demon.
Don't worry. If that happens, a nickname would be one way to snap me out of it. With rage.
Fair enough. Out of curiosity, what did I do to earn this new place in your social hierarchy?
Why do you have to be so annoying about it? You know how to be bad, but in a good way. I like that.
You too, Ileana. So, it is settled. We are friends.
There you go with that F word again. Don't ruin it, Hunter.
I will use another word then. Flattered. Because that is what I am.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Ah, thanks, Hunter.
I could not have predicted this outcome, but it is intriguing.
How's it going, boss? This should be interesting. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Allow us to assist you.
Ready when you are, Hunter. All right, here's the plan. I'll hit this thing with the big hammer, and you transform it in... All right, now we're talking.
That's all I can expect of your contribution, then? Simple, yet effective.
Nope, I'm feeling hands-on.
Another tool in our fight against Lilith. This should prove useful.
Ooh, I can picture Hydra turning tail already.
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Curious.
Use some me in the suit time.
Back again. Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too. The fire burns brighter.
I know magic, right?
I guess I could show you a couple of things.
Peace.
Блин, со стримом иногда торможу. Сейчас попробуем вот так.
What's up, Hunter?
Thanks, Hunter.
Так еще хуже стало.
Yes, hello. You should be more careful.
What's shaking, Bacon?
I have something for you.
A bag of fruit mashems?
demon the demon. Let's shred these punks. I don't blame you for bringing hell. Prepare yourself.
Меня извиняюсь, надо прерваться тут. Приехала доставка.